A lot of frustration kicks in because you're paying them, you expect them to do because that's their job, and
Right.
they're not able to do it well, and then you are having to do their job basically.
Right. Hello all, we have with us Silky Agrawal. She is marketing manager at Altria. When you started looking out for a new video studio or a video agency, what were you looking for?
Smoothness in the whole process. So for example, the storyboard itself. That storyboard is a very crucial part. I think
Absolutely.
that's where the whole thing gets frozen.
Yeah.
And sometimes because they're difficult to crack the storyboard.
Right.
The agency just does not understand how to make sure the consistency throughout screens, or how to make sure that it goes with the brand guidelines.
Right.
So, and then what happens is a lot of spoon feeding.
Right.
Where
Right.
I have to almost like draw the storyboard
Right.
and tell them that no, this is what
We
I
need
want
to-
in that screen.
Right.
A lot of frustration kicks in because you're paying them. You expect them to do because that's their job, and
Right.
they're not able to do it well, and then you are having to do their job basically.
Right.
They don't really have that kind of resources which can actually understand technical stuff,
Okay.
or can understand the message that you want to give, things like that.
So if you can tell me your teams and your impression after the first project or during that project, which is when you said, okay, we can do a few more projects with this guy.
The ease with which you guys understood what we wanted,
Okay.
and the ownership that you took of the story. I was pleasantly surprised because when you suggested changing the script in ways where it did make sense, and wherein you were eager to know more about the subject,
Right.
the topic in question, and I actually handed over materials to you.
Right.
You actually went through them,
Yes.
and it reflected. I
Right.
mean, it reflected at every step.
Right.
It reflected in the storyboard. It
Right.
reflected in the treatment, the
Right.
final product as well.
Okay. Okay.
When you are doing something like this, a project like this, it's important that your agency understands your objective, your vision. With Dialog Box, what we have seen is that they understand the business objective, and they translate that into the product. And I think that's why you should go for Dialog Box.
That's why you should go for Dialog Box. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah.